All right, aloha folks. Looks like we're live. Just waiting for everything to kind of check in here and make sure we're actually live. We're live. Okay. Just waiting for everything to kind of check in here. Okay, I can hear myself, so we'll get started here. All right. Aloha, everyone. Welcome to our January 2022 live lesson for the month. We are today working on Island in the Sun by Weezer, so download the music from the Patreon post. Just before this, we had a little Zoom social. It was just like a new thing that I wanted to try out. And so we had a handful of folks over there on Zoom. There was a Zoom link in the Patreon post. So we'll try to do it again next month. If you were there and you like it and you want to help out with making it happen, you know, we could do it more often. It takes folks who want to participate and help lead. Yeah, if you have any feedback or you want to volunteer to help out, let me know. And let me give a shout out to folks in the chat. If you are new to Patreon, first I like to do some shout outs for the people who are watching live. So if you're watching this video later, you can skip ahead, or if you're want to get yourself a drink, you can kind of get settled in, you can tune up and get your music all set for you. We have Wendy in the chat, Dave from Maryland's Eastern Shore. He was in our room 4. Wendy is in Snowbound, Ohio. Christine in Oregon. John in England, always tuning in. Late night for you, John. Michael in Oregon. Robert in Disney World. How nice. Annette in Charleston. Yeah. Okay. Bob in Kentucky. Ducks in a Row in Connecticut. Jenny in Walnut Creek. Rox in Oakland. Hi, Rox. How are you? Rox used to be in my class back when I taught in San Francisco. Linda in Minneapolis. Dreaming about Island in the Sun today. You know, it's good for our winter folks, right? Folks who are trying to beat the winter right now. Claire in Bend, Oregon. Larry in North Carolina. Emma Kiora from Waipu, New Zealand. All right. Jacker Hall is Jerry, I think. Vancouver. Mary over in Portland, Victoria. G'day. It is summer over in Australia, so they can feel like it. They're a very big island in the sun. Holly in Kansas. Yeah. Donald in Albuquerque. Caitlin in Chile, New York. Tanya in North Carolina. Christina in LA. Okay. Karen in West Vancouver. Longtime member, first time live. Welcome. Also, yes, if you are brand new, go ahead and put that in the chat so that we can make sure to keep you at pace with everybody else. Okay, Harry in Wisconsin, and Sister Joan, Dory and Mom in San Diego, Catherine in Naples, Janice also in Florida, Donna in Pacifica, Lynn, fun social on Zoom, yay, good. Lynn in Oregon, okay. Terry in North Carolina, Icy, North Carolina. Tom in Chico. We might do Chico Ukes in the park. Okay, anybody in the Chico area can get in touch with Tom. Heidi in Arizona. Pamela in Maui. Shelly said the Zoom was cool to put a couple faces to names. Yeah, you know, it helps. I need it. That's why I like to do these shout outs. It's good for me to know who's in my virtual classroom, you know. It helps me as a teacher. Daryl in San Francisco. Yeah, Lee in Atlanta. Dolores. Are you new, Dolores? In Aiken, South Carolina. Yeah, Wendy you had to join over on Zoom. So make sure you read the Patreon post. It had the links in there, and yeah, Zoom is a nicer way to kind of to talk to folks. We moved into breakout rooms so that you could have a small room of folks to get to know. Yeah. Kaishan in Minnesota. Vivian and Rick, who were in my room in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. Okay. Rachel. Social was fun. Got to see some friendly faces. Glad you could join us. Justine in Alexandria. Jan, good day in Melbourne. Enjoyed the breakout room. Okay. Nancy in New York. Adrian in SoCal. Carissa in Albuquerque. Jadrian in Pasadena. Okay. Yeah, if you missed it, if you missed the Zoom social today, no worries. I really just sprung it at the last second. I just didn't want to wait till next month to introduce it. I figured we'll just see who can hop on, and no biggie. We'll do them more. I think it's nice. I get to meet people from across the world, your fellow patrons who are all on the same journey here. John in Dallas, good to see you. Ellen in Annapolis. Neil. Okay, Janice in Martinez. It was 62 today. Wow. Yeah, that's hot for the Bay Area. Kendall in Michigan, Sue in Ontario, Katie in Surf City, Atsuko from Japan, thanks for joining us in the Zoom. Alan in Durham, yeah, Pam in Larkspur, okay, Becky in Utah, John in Missouri, was also in my room, cool, Colleen and Tracy, aloha, Selena in Perth. Sorry, I need to do it with the accent. It's like saying Melbourne, right? I have to do it with the accent, because my sister is in lives in Australia now. Australia. Selena said first time live. Welcome. Great. Okay, Joanne in Portland. Good. Okay, Jim in Kona, welcome. Okay, Mikel Dinsmore, I think that's Carly. Hi, Carly. Okay. Let's see. Teresa in Torrance. Susan near the lakes. Clifford Young. Yes, Cliff, you were the one who won the ukulele at the SFU Fest. I thought so. Tia in LA. Good. Renee, second year as a patron. Welcome back. Carissa's back. Okay. Patty. Patty was on the Zoom. Great. Pat to balance. Evie from Austin. Welcome. Okay. ABAP Dev. Hi. Gal. Emily. Okay. Hi, Emily from Oregon. Brian in South Georgia. Wow, Brian. Good to see you. It's been a while. Karen in New Mexico, Miss Holly in -2 Minneapolis. Oh boy, Louisa in Austin, Margaret in Oakland, Nancy in Florida, Jill in San Diego, Shelly in tropical Vancouver, Susan in Philly, Tracy in Boston. Good. Tracy, a different Tracy in Sydney, Genevieve in Vacaville. First time on Patreon, and was in our Zoom session. Good to have you here. Christine in Colorado. Suzanne, good. Bonnie in Rancho Mirage. Bonnie has been with us a while as well. Christine, Colorado. Angela in Washington. DJ, oh, we got a lot of folks here today. Okay, right, I'll try to get a little faster here. Deirdre in Vancouver Island. Suzanne is in Bellingham. Norette in Arkansas, Susanna in Toronto, Margaret in Stockton. Okay, the Weezer chunking looks tricky. It is tricky. Adrian, is shouting out, Teresa. Okay, Susanna in the Bay Area, Diana, Vernon, BC, Laura in Toronto, Polly in Maryland. All right. Okay, so let us go to our music. So we'll go to the split screen here. So we have two versions of the song. Sorry. We have two versions of the song because the original, I need a little more water here. The original is in a bit of a low key for me. And funny enough, so I played this yesterday at 5 at 5 with my friend Sean. And I played it a couple of keys up in G minor. And just in the course of us jamming it, came up with an ending. So yeah, we can learn it in the original key, and then we can apply it with the transposed chords. For those of you who maybe have higher voice like me and want to sing it in a different key. Because eventually, if I publish a version, it will probably be in G minor, but then you can have the original version if you like to just play along with the original track. And so in the past, I will say, you know, there's some songs where I taught it in the original key, but I did not teach it in the key that suited me, and then that wound up being a limitation in terms of what I wanted to show as a performance video. So now I'm just going to teach them both. Why not? It's only 4 chords or 5 chords, and I think it's manageable. So let me play. Sorry, I need a little. I use like a little pad under my uke so that I can elevate it to show you all what's going on. Mostly because otherwise it'll be sitting pretty low in my lap. So, okay. So let me play through a little bit of this version. Just listen for right now, okay? Because there's a lot going on, but we'll break it down, okay? Oh, sorry. This is the original version. That's that version, and I'll show you the other version real quick. The other version is the same strumming pattern, and just in a slightly higher key. All right. Oh. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. When you're on a holiday, you can't find the words to say, all the things that come to you, and I want to feel it too. On an island in the sun, we'll be playing, having fun, and it makes me feel so fine I can't control my brain. Hip, hip. Okay, so that's the idea. One of my favorites from when my daughter was a teenager. Oh, wow. Okay. So let's go back. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but that's interesting that that happened. Okay, we'll go back to our original key here. Okay, so, all right. So let's just start with our chords here. It's always nice identify the chords first. And something my friend Sean said last night in 5 at 5. For those of you who are new, I have a weekly live show called 5 at 5. It's on my second YouTube channel called Cynthia Lynn Live. Definitely subscribe over there if you'd like to check it out. Yeah, I'm live every Wednesday. 5 songs at 5 p.m. Pacific. Yeah. Am I using low G? You can play either. Since this is all strumming, you can play either. This uke is low G, but I do have a high G uke around me as well, and I will demonstrate on that as well. Okay. Yeah, Christina said, I can't see myself choosing the version with B flat. Another reason why I included the original key. Okay, so let's play through these chords first. So last night in 5 at 5, Sean talked about the fact that you could, in 5 years with the left hand, master what the left hand does in terms of chords and transitions and whatnot, but it will take you a lifetime to master the right hand. And so depending on where you're at, right, if you are a beginner, then you're going to start by learning the chords in the left hand, getting that really nice and clean, worrying less about what you do with the right hand. But this is an all levels lesson. So if you are very comfortable with the chords, then you can start working on this kind of syncopated, more challenging strumming and chucking rhythm, and yeah, putting it all together. I mean, that's the next level here, right? All right, so would like to see Sean again as a guest. Okay, I will let him know. Okay, so let's just play through these chords. E minor, you might notice that I've changed the fingering on this E minor, and that's because we are going to use our pinky version of E minor for when we do the turnaround from the chord pattern. Okay, so E minor, you're going to use your middle finger on the bottom, and then the fingering is, the index is numbered 1, so you have 2, 3, 4 here. Okay, E minor, and then use your index finger for A minor, and then you add your 2 fingers for D. Okay, and then D to G, slide the ring finger over 1 fret, and then move the 2 strings down. Okay, so I like to walk through this slowly. If you are a beginner and you haven't joined us at the beginner level, we do a regular jam with our beginner songbook and work on more of these skills, you know, getting the basic chords and basic transitions down. So practice that, walking through that. You get your E minor, which is essentially just your G with the pinky, index finger A minor, add the 2 fingers, and then slide the ring finger from D to the next fret so that you can reassemble for G. This is very important to me, that you learn this transition from D sliding to G. Okay? So let me see if I can get that to focus for you. D, slide this ring finger over, and then move these 2 fingers down. G. Okay? And then the C we only use in the bridge for 1 measure. Crazy. But we're going to move through this transition quite fast, okay? So let's just do single strums. E minor, A minor, D, slide over G, E minor, A minor, D, slide your ring finger G. Okay, everybody, how you feeling with that? We'll slow it down a little bit more. E minor. Okay, you could see the key to chord transitions is economy of movement, as little movement as you possibly can manage, right? So E minor. Okay, move that index finger up. All you need to do is move that index finger. A minor, swivel around, D, slide over that ring finger and then G. Okay? And then when you go back to the E minor, all you need to do is add that pinky, right? G, just adding that pinky. Okay? Okay. I demonstrate this D to G slide in a number of songs, but it's always good to reinforce it, right? D, slide, G, right? Instead of jumping, right? Instead of lifting all the fingers off, do your best to keep those fingers on the fretboard and then just really be graceful moving from D to G. Okay. All right. Let's try. All right. So try it in time. Ready? 2, 3, we go. E minor, A minor, D, G, E minor, A minor, D, G. You could do a little chuck to just mark the time. So if you notice, if you're not a chucker yet, don't worry. But if you notice, we're chucking on the 2s and 4s, and that replicates what a drummer does. A drummer goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? So you could use that to mark the time. Okay, ready? We'll go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We go E minor, A minor, D, G. It's fast. E minor, A minor, D, G. Again, E minor, A minor, D, G, E minor, A minor, D, G. Okay, let me know if that's too fast for you. If you are a brand newbie and that's too fast for you, then just really focus on the first chord, right? E minor. That's hard enough to get, right? Just make sure you get that each time around. Then you try to add the A minor. Then try to add the D. Then try to add the G. Okay? So you're just walking yourself up. Okay? So we're going to try it with just all down strums. All right? Hardest transition is from D to G. Yeah, D, slide that ring finger. And the reason I'm using my other hand here, it can really help your brain to, for you to take your other hand and point to that ring finger and make it move, make it slide on that string. Because otherwise, your brain has to think really hard about which finger am I moving. So you're giving your brain this idea like, okay, this one, move this one. Move this one. Okay. Let's do 2 strums down. Okay, we won't do the chuck yet. We'll just do the down strums. Okay. All right. So for anybody who needs it, we're going to go super slow, and then as we go faster, if you feel like it's hard for you to keep up, then just do 1 strum and just walk yourself through it. Ready? We'll go 1, 2. We go E minor, A minor, do D, 2 down strums, and then G again, E minor, A minor, D, G, E minor, A minor, D, G, E minor, A minor, D, G. Okay? If you're having trouble with just the D and G, then just practice that. Just practice D, slide, G. Okay? Move these 2 fingers back. Slide, ring finger. You could even just do this as an exercise. From the D All you do is just move this finger. That's it. Can you do that? Can you do that? It's not easy to do. You're working on this kind of individual finger dexterity. I mean, these are just tiny little exercises, but if you can't do that, then you're not going to be able to do the transition quickly. So you might as well just start with the very first step. Slide. I'm sliding it right on the string. Sliding it to where I have a groove in my finger. Can you see that? Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, you see that groove in my finger? It's not focusing on it. Okay, it's not bad. Okay, good. Okay, because if we're gonna get to all of the right hand action, you have to get this left hand down. If we're gonna get to this right hand action, you can't be thinking about the left hand. If you have to think about the left hand, then how are you gonna stay in rhythm with the right hand, right? Okay, cool. All right. Diane made it, welcome. What happened to my screen here? Sorry, I just had a little shift in the screen. Okay, all right. Okay, yes, D slide to G. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize it was new for a lot of you. There's I have taught it in many a lesson, but I'm always gonna keep pushing it then. Okay, D, do that slide, slide, assemble the other two fingers. Right, D slide, assemble those fingers. Okay, if that's what you need to work on, that's what you need to work on. There's no shame in that. When I find that I need to work on a transition, I break it down to these kinds of steps. That's why I teach it this way. This is the necessary step to get to the next step. Okay, all right. Okay, so keep working on that. If you are struggling with that, then that's what you work on. But let's move on to some of the right hand so that you can also start working on that, okay? Let's zoom in on it. Let's see if it helps for me to zoom in on this. Because I really, it's not easy to get this one. Let's start with this bottom row, okay? E minor, we go down, down, and then the reason why this variation is different, syncopated, more difficult, is because it's not even. It is not like every chord and measure are the same thing, like with a beginner song, right? Like with Stand By Me or I'm Yours, like every measure is the same. In this case, every measure is different. And so you need to walk your brain through that, and also your strumming hand, your wrist, okay? So left hand, you're just going to lightly touch your strings, right? Just to understand how it goes. So on the E minor, you are going down, down. On the A minor, you are going up, down, down. And on the D, you're going up, up, down. And then on the G, you're going up, down, down, up. Okay? So if we were to play this completely even, let's say we do. If we do some very even rhythm. Like say our chucking strum. You can do that, but it doesn't capture the vibe of the song. A lot of the vibe are these up strums, what we call anticipating the chord. So we change chords. You'll notice here, we're changing the chord on the up strum. A minor, we're changing on the up strum. D, we're changing on the up strum. G, we're changing on the up strum. And this is very common if you listen to music and you notice where the chord changes. If you can get the feeling that it's changing on the and, on the up before the down strum, you'll feel that it has a little extra excitement to it. So that's why songwriters write it that way. Okay, so, all right, let's try it with the chords. You can break it down to where you don't even do the chords, but E minor, we're gonna go down, down, A minor, up, down, down, D, up, up, down, G. Here's our transition. Up, down, down, up. Yeah. Down, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up. Okay, doing it slow this way is, you might not be able to feel the rhythm at this slow speed. It might be easier to feel the rhythm when it's faster, but you need to break it down this slow to understand what you were doing. So it's kind of like you go back and forth. You play it at a tempo where you can feel the rhythm, and then you break it down where you can actually understand the rhythm, if that makes sense. So sometimes our ability to understand it is different than our ability to feel it. You know, it's kind of like you feel the music that you're listening to, but do you know what's going on with it? And that's the case with most music. A lot of us listen to music and we don't know how complicated it is. You're just like, wow, that sounds cool. And then when you break it down, you're like, wow, that's the reason why it sounds cool is because it is so advanced in rhythm, you know? Okay. Yeah, I'm zoomed in on the music right now so that we can focus on the strumming rhythm. Yep, so I don't need you to see those lyrics right now. I'm cutting them off on purpose. So if you need to see them, go ahead and download the music yourself from the Patreon post. You can do that. Yep. Okay. Okay, so the way that I put this together, right, is to do it one measure at a time. And this is how you have to put everything together, right? So if you start with E minor, well, actually, let me take a step back here. Something to recognize, especially if you are a beginner, is that the right hand is always doing down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. The right hand is always doing down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay? Hey, Daryl, you said you're missing the chord. It's a C. You should know that one, okay? Also, download the music yourself from Patreon, okay? So here I'm going to be focused on the strumming pattern. Right? Okay, so down, up with the right hand, you just want to make sure you keep that rhythm going, right? Okay. Yeah, one of the reasons why I break down the strumming rhythm this way is because different people have different ways of understanding the rhythm, right? Some people want to know the counts, right? So some people are going to want to be able to count this out at the top, right? Other people are going to want to know the downs and the ups, right? Also, you're going to want to know where the chord change goes with the downs and the ups and with the counts. So every person is different, and it's going to take everybody a little bit of time to sort it out. It's not something that I expect anyone to get right away, okay? So let's do one measure at a time. E minor, we're going to go down, down, okay? Now we're going to go down, down, only the up. Actually, let me see if I could do this. Down, down, up, A minor. Down, down, up, A minor. That's it. Don't go on, okay? E minor, down, down, up. That's it. I only want you to do those first three. Down, down, up. Just make sure that you can get that first change. Down, down, up, A minor. All right? Down, down, up, A minor. you might need to just work on that. Now you can keep going. Down, down, up, down, down. Right? So now we're doing the first two. Okay? Down, down, up, down, down. Down, down, up, down, down. You see how I'm building it out just a little bit at a time? Down, down, up, down, down. Okay, now what are we gonna do? We're gonna add this next up. Sorry, I don't know how to highlight it without all those other things getting in the way. Sorry. Okay, but now we're gonna add the next chord change. Down, down, up, down, down, up on the D, right? We're going down on A minor and up on D. Okay, try it from the top, E minor. Down, down, up, A minor. Up, down, down, up. Right? So let's just do that much. Let's just do this much. This is going to seem crazy, but down A minor, up D, down A minor, and up D. Okay. Everybody down A minor, up D. Now faster. Down, up. Eventually it'll be right next to each other like that. Down A minor, up D. Okay? So you can practice these little transitions that way. Okay, from the top again. E minor. Down, down, up A minor. Up, down. And then get ready. Down, up. Yeah. And then keep going. Up, down. And then we go up on the G. Okay? Now here's a transition for us to practice. Right? Here. Down on the D, up on the G. Down on the D, up on the G. Right? That's a tough one. Down on D, that's what we were practicing with the D and the G before, in the slide. Right? Down in D, up G, up, down D, up G. Good. Okay. I want to shift my windows just a little bit. Okay. And where's this going? This one's going over here. Okay. Ba 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 da. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Wrong thing I grabbed. Okay. Okay. All right, how's that going? As Susanna said, it's kind of like the transitions from Twist and Shout. Yes, there are definitely elements of Twist and Shout up in there. Okay, so let's just practice that a little bit more. The down on D, up on G. That's going to be the hardest thing are these transitions, right? If you can land the transitions, then you can try to make everything else fall into place. Yep. Yeah, so Terry's saying the spacing of the pattern is throwing me off. Yeah, so the spacing is there because I want people to see where the chords change. And yeah, if you read it all in tempo, then everything would be right next to each other. So you can ignore the spacing if it's making you pause, but you shouldn't pause, right? Okay, so let's walk through super slow. E minor again, starting from the E minor. We go we'll try to do it a little bit in tempo. Let's see what happens. We go 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? That's the first measure. right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's actually just do that. I like that. That works, right? And people said the first two measures are easier. It is easier to put together, right? We go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I know, it's gonna seem crazy, right? Let's add. Oops. All right, again. Too many windows open. Here we go. We'll add that last up. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right? And, right? Then we go 1 and 2. Now this is hard. It's like the island strum where you have to drop the down. You're going to drop that next down. Yep. So from the top, we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then drop, up, down, and then up on the G. But let's just do the first 3 chords again. You see that what's more important than necessarily, getting everything right now is understanding the process of getting it, so that you can pay attention to where are you missing it, right? Are you getting thrown off on the up strum? Are you getting thrown off on a particular chord transition? Figuring out where you get thrown off is important so that then you can come back and work on that specific thing. Yeah? Okay. All right. Here we go. From the top, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I was gonna just stop, but let's just do the whole thing. At this point, we're kind of already doing the whole thing. So let's do the whole thing. Okay. We'll just keep it slow and do the best you can. You can always come back, watch this later, and slow it down, right? You can slow down the YouTube video to go even slower. So we'll go 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? That could work for you. Counting it that way. Counting it is difficult, but that could work for you. You might like that better. Or you can go down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Wow, that is hard. One more time. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Oops, I forgot that other down. Down, up, down, down, up. That one's easier to do and feel than it is to sing, apparently. Okay, let's try one more time. And down, down, up, down, down, up, and up, down, down, up. Should the last up on the G actually go on to the next E minor? Yes. The up, you're not anticipating the first chord, if that's what you're asking, Tanya. We're going to still land the E minor on the 1, but you are going to turn it back around into the E minor. So we can practice that, right? From the G, right? Up, down, down, up, E minor, down on the E minor. Yeah, so you are going to turn it back on itself. Okay, so let's try that. Turning it around, all right? We'll go even slower. 3 and 4 and down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, E minor, down, up, down, up, down, up. I guess we could keep going, but I think I need to go even slower, right? We'll try to do it with some counts. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and I can't do it with the counts. That's gonna, now that seems hard. Okay, 3 and 4. E minor, down, A minor, down, D, up, down, D. I forget doing that down. Okay. All right. We'll do it with the strum call out. 3 and 4. E minor, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Okay? I know, that must seem crazy. Okay, let's put it together a little bit. I know it might feel like a lot. I'm zooming back to the full screen. Okay. Just try not to get overwhelmed by it all. We'll take it slow around the song, right? And just see how it feels. See if you can get the feeling of it. Yeah, it is something you can just work on slowly. Okay? And if all else fails, work on the left hand. Work on just a single strum, getting that left hand down. Ready? 2 and 3 and 4 and down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, E minor, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Let's play through it now, see if you can get the feel of it. It's almost like you break it down and then like just see if you can feel it, and then it helps you to know what you need to break down further, right? Okay. All right, let's try that. Ready? 1, 2, 3, we go. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down. Let's try. I'm trying to think of ways to break it down. Let's do this. Let's think of it in terms of these the sections that you play together, if that makes sense. Right? So E minor, we have E minor, and then you have a down, up, down, right? So let's say that's one section. Here, hold on. Okay, I'll just do a little markup here and see if this works. Here we go. This is what I want to do. Oh boy. Okay, well, we'll see if this works. Why did it move to a different thickness? Is that because of the way I pressed it? Oh no, is that working? Okay, so we go right hand, right? Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. And then actually, then this last part goes with this first part. Does that make sense? So that's another way to think of it. You know, all of it is just like, how can you package it in a way that is easy to receive for your brain, right? So we go down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Hopefully Hopefully that's, see if that helps some of you, right? Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. In the end, this is what I'll say. In the end, if you play the chords and you enjoy the song, and then it will find its own rhythm. You know, this rhythm that I've specified here is what I'm playing most of the time, but even when I'm playing, I play variations of this because you have to play with it how you feel. The most important thing actually about this song is keeping the 2 and 4 rhythm, is keeping, when we add the chucks, is keeping that chuck rhythm, right? Oh boy, I don't like that one. Okay, is keeping the chucks on the 2 and 4, yeah? Okay. It clicked a little with the markup and now you can't see it. Okay, I'm gonna undo those. Maybe I'll do an underline, right? Oh gosh, this virtual pen thing is not working. I have to work on that. Okay, I don't know. It's okay. We can keep working on it, yeah? It might be easier when we introduce the chucks. Totally, so let's try that, okay? Down, okay? So if we introduce our chucks, we have down, chuck, A minor, up, down, chuck, up on the D, up, chuck, G, up, down, chuck, up. Yeah? Down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, chuck, chuck, up, down, chuck, up. Yeah, and Paula says, I know the song, so I get it. Yes, cool. You know, that's part of it. It's like knowing that rhythm as well. Okay. All right. We're going to play through slowly. Do what you can with it. Yeah. Let's play through slowly. Do what you can with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up. You don't need to chuck if you don't want to. Till you make it. That's part of it. If you just keep feeling it, you know, it might just you might just find the flow of it. And by playing an alternate finger pattern for E minor, yes, we talked about that in the beginning. You're using your 2, 3, 4 for E minor. Yep, so that you use your pinky. Yeah, so just if you missed the beginning of the video, we talked about that in the chord transitions. Yeah? Okay. All right. So, and then we get to, actually, let's keep going. We'll go second verse and chorus, and then we'll go to the bridge real quick. Okay? Ready? All right, let me know how that's going. Ready? 1, 2, 3, E minor, down, chuck up, down, chuck up, chuck up, down, chuck up, down, chuck up, down, chuck up, chuck up, down, chuck up, down, chuck up, down. When you're on a golden sea, you don't need no memory, just a place to call your own as we drift into the zone. Chorus. On an island in the sun, we'll be playing, having fun, and it makes me feel so fine I can't control my brain. And on the bridge, we're just gonna play down strums, nice and easy. We'll run away together. So you could do just down on 4, or you could do double time, 1 and 2. We'll spend some time forever. You can pump, never feel bad anymore. And hold on 3, 1, 2, and 3. Hip, hip. The whole song is really about this pattern. And so there's no reason why you can't like make it your own. If you wanted to just like, if you want to just do a chucking strum, you can do that. If you want to do a nice, you could do the same kind of pattern with the anticipation, right? With the chord changes on the ands, but just do down strums. You don't need to do the chuck. But after the chucks, the regular seems easy. All good, right? You know, it's just some people feel the chucks. Some people get confused by the chucks. So, okay. So let's go. Shall we throw you the G minor version now? Okay. Now you're gonna just kill me here. But you might find it's not so bad because you already learned the chucking pattern. Now you have to just learn new chords. Okay? So just last couple of minutes here of the lesson, we're going to go to these other chords, which are harder chords. These are harder chords, no doubt. So these last, G minor to C minor, your ring finger's already in place, so you just slide your middle finger and then add your pinky for C minor, stretch for F, to the B flat, and then G minor. You keep turning that around, then you got your E flat. So we'll just play through this as a way to wrap up. Hopefully you know what you're practicing, what you're working on. Yeah. And, you know, give yourself some leeway. You know, this pattern is fun, but it's not you know, it's not like such a fundamental rhythm. It's just a fun rhythm. Yeah. Okay. All right. So give this a try. We'll take it slow and then we'll kind of speed it up. 2, 3, and 4, and down, chuck up, down, chuck up, chuck up, down, chuck up, down, chuck up, down, chuck up, chuck up, down, chuck up, down, chuck up, down, chuck up, down, down, chuck up, down, chuck up, down, chuck up, down, chuck up, down. When you're on a holiday, so that you know what it sounds like. F, we'll run away together. We'll spend some time forever. We'll never feel bad anymore. Hip, hip. We'll never feel bad anymore. This is the ending here. I'll play it up to speed. On the B flat, make it happy at the end. Okay, so we'll wrap it up there. Let me know if you have questions. A lot of it is really just working through and letting your brain and your body get used to this rhythm, you know? Diane said, I'll be check strumming in my sleep. Like, that's a lot of what it is like it becomes a familiar pattern for you. You know, it is like learning a new language, and it is playing with it until it feels familiar. Okay, all right, let's go to our main screen. Super hard but super fun. Good. Yes, Albert didn't see you earlier, and Gail, good to see you. Okay, let me know if you have any last questions. You know, questions about anything. I'll read some in this chat here. Chucking strum, yes, combines the guitar and the drums. You know, that's the cool thing about the ukulele, or you know, about these arrangements. Okay, first time live. Oh yeah, if this is, you know, if this is too much for anyone, this is meant to be an all levels lesson, from beginner to our advanced players. So I try to present a lot of variety of variations and challenges for all levels, but don't get overwhelmed. If you're just starting out, start with that left hand, you know. Okay, great. Any last questions? Oh, where did it go? I think it just went by really fast. Is there a Play-Thru in the original key? Lenny plays it in the original key, I think. I guess I could make one in the original key. But you could also play with the original recording, yeah? The original Weezer recording. I guess that is different than just an ukulele recording. So I can work on that as well. Okay, let me see. Next week we'll have our intermediate lesson, and then on the following Saturday we'll be doing our Easy Breezy Jam with ukulele, and that's over on my live channel. It'll be a public play-along jam, and we'll release our songbook for it next week. It's all songs. Well, I say 4 chords or less, but now we're trying to put I'm Yours in it, and there's a 5th chord in there, but that's okay. 1 extra chord. Yeah? This pattern is fun. Will you teach a funkier strum? Teach the funkier strum you use for non-5/5? I used, for I'm Yours. Oh. We could, yeah. I didn't even think about it. But that's a good request. Ducks that are out. We can. I'll keep that in mind. Doing the funkier version of an I'm Yours lesson. Okay. Practicing with someone else playing, especially to learn how to sing it. Yeah. Okay. I mean, part of it is that it's not in my key. I don't especially like singing in that key. But yeah. Let me figure out what to do with that. Cool. All right. Good. Let me just see if there's any other questions here. Tired of the island strum? It's up to you. If you're tired of it, then you should shift to doing something else. There's so many other songs out there, but it's about you building up your ear so that you can hear different rhythms. If you are automatically going to the island strum, I would say that's on you, you know? That it's more about, can you play the song in a different way? You can actually play any song in any rhythm you want. So if you feel that you are stuck in a rhythm, then challenge yourself to play it in a different rhythm, you know? Okay, what do you recommend for your thumb? I tend to squeeze it too much. If you're squeezing it too much, you're probably not using your arm enough, I would say, Christy, that you want to make sure that your hand is not doing all of the support. You know, make sure that you are using your arm and your back. Yeah, I don't know if you're squeezing too hard. Yeah, just remind yourself to lighten it up, but make sure that you are using your hand to get the right amount of pressure on your fingers. Yeah, does that make sense? If you pull your wrist back, you'll be getting more pressure on the fingers there. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Tracy said first live lesson and loved it. Hopefully it wasn't too much. I always want everybody to make sure you give yourselves a break. This is not something that you are expected to learn in a day. Yeah. Okay. My kids will think I'm hip. I mean, this is from 2001. Great. Okay. What is the intermediate lesson? I don't know yet. Any requests? Should we work on something? I was thinking about teaching. This will be our year by the Zombies, and working on transposing, because there's a key change in it, and I was kind of excited about working on that. That was an idea. So yeah, just like we have two keys of the song here. What is it like to transpose a song? Can you transpose it without, without a chord chart? I mean, without chord reference. Can you just transpose it on your own? So that's what I was thinking. Okay. The last technique made the most sense for me. Okay, in terms of the grouping, yeah, Suzanne, I think that helped. Yeah, helped me as well. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Love the drum pattern. Yes. Okay. Intermediate level is different every month, but basically we go into more theory, more tab and chord melody. We had a lot of guest teachers on chord melody last year. Intermediate is for those who are ready for a challenge. If you, I want you to feel very comfortable with beginner level and say, all of the tutorials on YouTube before you jump into the intermediate. So I would say spend more time being comfortable with your rhythm and with your chords, and then if you want to be challenged more musically, then come to intermediate. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that could be our intermediate lesson, but I don't have a necessarily a set curriculum. Mostly because I want to encourage everybody to pursue the songs that are speaking to them, because that is the best way to encourage you to practice, is find a song you like, and then if you want the camaraderie of the group lesson, then join us over in the lesson. Yeah, I think that's that's it in a nutshell. Yeah. Tracy said the lives add more fun than the replays and more motivation. Yeah. Yeah, and also you could just see that there's a lot of different people at a lot of different levels. And so yeah, I just really want to encourage everyone to learn at your level, you know? That's really important. Okay. Like Bohemian Rhapsody. Okay. All right. So we'll wrap up there for today. Loving this strum. Yeah, it's a fun one. It's a really fun one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As much as I appreciate the song requests, it really is about what is the lesson? What is the lesson in the song? I'm not really out to just teach a song. There are a lot of other teachers out there that you can ask to do that. For me, I need to distill it down to what is the lesson that you're going to get out of that song. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. Yeah. Okay. Kai Shan said first live lesson. Thank you. Good. Wait till my daughter hears I know a Weezer song. Good. Something to work towards. Yes, it's always good to have different challenges. Yeah. Okay. All right, everyone. Let's see. Yeah. We'll be sharing more info about the 100 days soon. Thanks for joining me for the Zoom social for those who were able to make it. That was really fun. And well, we'll try to keep that going. I think that's a nice way for folks to connect and for us to do more, to do more community-oriented things and make it find more ways to know our community. Yeah? Okay. All right, everyone. Aloha.